Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and happy New Year's Eve if you're watching this the day that it goes up. I finally got my hands on a 2-pack that I've wanted for a long time. I played the long game and I got it at a good deal. So today we're finally going to be taking the long-awaited look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series 2-pack, Sgt. Slaughter and Mercer. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Past year, Articulated Empire has become your trusted online retailer. They carry all the latest lines like Mythic Legions, Valaverse, AWOC, Zesray Studios, and much, much more. They ship your items quickly and securely. You'll be quite happy with how Steve and his team follow through with their care and attention. Articulated Empire also offers free shipping over $75 and no tax except for Illinois residents. So head over to articulatedempire.com today and build your empire. All right, here we go. Here is a closer look at this package. And I got to tell you, this year, 2025, the G.I. Joe 2-packs have been sort of hit or miss. We'll have like a really good one, and then we'll have one that's kind of iffy. Then we'll have another really good one, and then, back and forth. But this one is looking to deliver. First of all, it looks like it has a ton of stuff. The one reuse character that we are getting here, it looks like that they're updating him with a lot of really new and good, useful parts. And the color scheme here is not just a throwaway or made-up color scheme. I am digging this so very much. And then, of course, they're packing it in with a brand new character, one that people have been waiting for. Now, I never had Mercer as a kid. I didn't even know much about him. So I don't know how he just kind of like his whole story, his whole like Cobra Viper turned G.I. Joe good guy. I don't know how this whole storyline skipped me as a kid somehow. I guess it just never entered my peripheral, so I never had it. Flipping around here on the side, we do have some really cool artwork, which I dig. I kind of miss the old school, like they'd get a different artist to do the different styles of art on the package. And then here on this side, we do, on the back, we get some like little call outs, like the Tampo tattoo here for Mercer, some of the different lids that Sgt. Slaughter comes with, the gun belt or the ammo that goes into this one weapon here. We've got the stats here at the bottom and here on the side, but that's a pain to look up. Sgt. Slaughter and Felix Mercer Stratton. So without further ado, I've been waiting long enough to get this in hand. Let's get them opened up and take a closer look. All right, we're going to start things off with Mercer here, and we're going to start off with his backpack. I mean, again, we see this with Hasbro all the time. We're not going to get, paint hits on the backpacks, but it sure would be nice if we did. And I like that this backpack is a little reminiscent of the ones that the Vipers carry, seeing as he used to be one. I think that's pretty neat. Is very nicely sculpted, but yeah, just very little. I mean, look at the wrinkling on the back of that. It's pretty nice. Next up, we have his one of his two weapons here. Mine's kind of twisted in the package. The handle's kind of kicked off to that side. You can see that he does have a porthole for blast effects. I don't know. Is this like a I thought maybe at first this might be some sort of like automatic shotgun, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know weapons, so I don't know. The magazine drum does come off, and if you wanted to put it on the other side for left-handed or right-handed, I guess you could do that. That's pretty nice. A little bit of paint hits on there. Again, Hasbro's not really going to give you the best weaponry when it comes to their pew-pews. Here we have another rifle. Looks more like a laser rifle than anything. Has a little warpage to it from the package. And then it is red. Again, it does have a little hit of red and a porthole for blast effects. He also comes with like a regular 9mm. I'm guessing this is maybe like a Beretta. I know a little. I know a couple of names of pistols, but not a lot. It's got a little porthole for blast effects, but it also comes with this little silencer a suppressor that you could put on there. And he does come with a knife, black handle, silver blade. And then he Comes with an extra head, which is always nice. Very stoic look there. And then he does come with 2 fists, but they don't have the fingerless gloves, which is a shame because he does have them here. It would be really nice if they had made them. They could have even taken some gloved hands that were in a fist that were not even fingerless and just like kind of painted them. They definitely could have done that. Why they didn't, who knows? So one accessory I didn't go over was his little yellow sunglasses. I was waiting to like put them on him, but they have like a little translucent yellow, and they actually look nice on him. I typically prefer any kind of glasses to be sculpted on personally, because I don't like fooling with them, like we're gonna see here in just a minute with the Sarge. But I think these actually sit and look natural on his head, and they look good. So these I'm okay with. Man, Lord have mercy. I can't tell you how many times I almost lost all of the glasses that came with the Dreadnoughts because they just kept popping off and into my floor. But going over his sculpt, it's really nice. I like the attention to detail. We have a little no Cobra patch right here, which is really nice. We do have a holster right here for his, as I throw him down on the ground, apparently, for his pistol, but I don't see anywhere to store his suppressor. So I guess you'll have to just put that in a bin of accessories. Moving down here, we do have a little sheath for his knife, so you can put that down here. Does it matter which way it goes in? No, it's just a really tight fit, but it's gummy rubber going in gummy rubber, so what do you expect? Nice little hit of detail of paint here on the belt, which looks nice. I love the 2 tones of red on the vest, and we do have some tattoos, like sort of like tampoed on his arm there, which is really nice. A little separate band right here on this arm looks cool. I like that the pants are very like viperish, like Cobra Viper pants, because it looks like maybe he just defected and changed his upper gear, but maybe not his lower gear. I think that's a really nice attention to detail. And then let's just pop out the heads, just to see what that looks like. And pop the glasses on, and I think that looks, and he looks pretty dope. Typically backpacks and G.I. Joe figures are a pain, especially when you have to go through the outer gear and into the back. But that actually looks like it's going to work very well. I am going to take it off for the review, though, because I'm sure I'll knock it off. I like that they give us a generous hole right here in the vest so that the arms can go down flat by his sides. That's always a nice touch. And then you can also get a nice, get more range of motion out of the butterfly joint. So I'm glad that they did that. Of course, articulation is your standard G.I. Joe style articulation. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy with Mercer. Like I said, he wasn't a character that I had as a kid, but one that I definitely want to add to my shelf as an adult. And I think he looks pretty dope. Now we're going to turn our attention to Sergeant Slaughter. He does come with an extra head. We're going to kick things off with that, which is really nice. You'll see the difference in a minute. The other one's got a whistle in his mouth, which I absolutely love, because what is Sarge without a whistle? I don't know if this is a shotgun or like these are like grenades. A little touch of brown right there. Porthole on the end for blast effects. It looks like a big porthole, but actually it's, if you can see down in there, there's actually a tinier little hole down in there for the blast effects. Next up, we have this M4 style with a grenade launcher. You've got a porthole on each barrel. Magazine drops out. This is a really nice weapon. You can see the warpage there, though. That same hit of tan, I really dig. Then you get this kind of futuristic style weapon. It does have a little suppressor on the end that comes off. You can port some blast effects in there, in that end if you want, or in this end. Does the magazine come out? Yes, it does. And then there is this weapon. You could probably, to me, this is too futuristic, too new school for Sarge. So you could, if you wanted to give this to Mercer, you certainly could. I don't think it's going to really matter. Because I don't think Sarge needs anything other than this right here, which is his like big Desert Eagle style revolver. I don't think this is a Desert Eagle, right? Because that's that's an automatic weapon. This is a revolver, but it's got like the silver and this pearl handle, which is really nice. It's got a little bend to it. All the weapons do, because they're just gummy as they can be. And then you get this larger knife, much bigger than Mercer's, as it should be. Black handle, silver blade. And then you do get his, is this thing just referred to as a riding crop? I don't know. Like in the military, what do they call it? I don't know what this thing is called, but it does have a lot of, got 4 paint hits here, unless it's all, uh, probably painted in all black, and then they painted the brown, the red, and the gold, or maybe it's cast in all brown, and then they painted the black. Probably not. Probably it's all black, probably on the same kind of sprue with the weaponry. But yeah, it just looks really nice. And then here you have the other Sarge. And again, I was talking earlier about consistency, right? Like sometimes they do things right, sometimes they get it wrong. So Mercer's glasses look fantastic. They look so good. But if you look at this Sarge, his head sculpt here, look at these glasses. They're just warped all can be. Like they don't sit on the face properly. And I will probably never in my life display a Sarge without his glasses. This is a case where I think the glasses, you can make them a separate piece if you want, but glue them on. Like I would just prefer if they were just sculpted. In the long run, they sit perfectly fine on this side, no problem. But this side, look at that. It's just cattywampus as all can be. Yes, my mom is from the South, and so I have Southern slang terms that I throw around all the time. But yeah, that just looks funky as it can be. Man, it's just crazy. I can probably heat them up and then cool them off. But yeah, again, just consistency. But you do have the whistle that's made into the mouth, which is really nice. Brown loose strap here, gold whistle. That's pretty cool. I didn't go over the hands. I'll do that now. He does come with 2 punchies. He comes with 2 trigger finger hands or riding crop holding hands. And he does come with 1 punch to your throat, karate chop, or saluting hand, which I think is really, really nice. Now, he does have some weapon storage on him before we go over his different hats. So he can put his pistol right there, which is nice, and then his larger blade. We can put that down in there as well, and that fits in there really nice. But as far as like the different hats he comes with, he's got like this marine style cap, which I really like, and I think that looks really dope with a little Sarge's Marauders logo on it. And then I love this beret. I just think this beret is tough, because this is kind of that look that Sarge had in the was it still WWF back then, when he did the heel turn and became the Iraqi sympathizer in his storyline. And that was, this is just such an homage to that time period and that look, that famous time when he showed the picture of him with Saddam Hussein. Just absolutely crazy. But I love this look for Sarge, and I think this is how it's going to go on my shelf. But just going around, you have that bandolier of gold bullets. You've got like the green grenades right here, just all green, no silver paint. You can see that they're not hand painted, of course. With Hasbro, it's all going to be spray. So you can see the Tampo style design for the camo pants. You can see, because it doesn't really go around to the sides. It doesn't meet. It's just, it gets a pass in the front and a pass in the back, and then the brown boots. But overall, I still think this is a solid release. And if there is a reason for me, like if Hasbro wanted to make a reason for me to rebuy a Sergeant Slaughter, I'm glad they went this route and not the route they did with just the green and blue Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders colors. Because actually, I don't have any of those figures. Not the, I did review the very first barbecue that came out like 3 years ago. It was a GameStop exclusive. And then I've skipped the Spirit and Low Light 2-pack. I just don't have them, but and I don't have that Sarge that goes with them. But this is a solid Sarge release, and I just absolutely love it. And I mean, honestly, I think this is how he's going to go on my shelf. Alrighty, so what we have here in essence should have been entitled, the Switching Allegiances 2-pack, because that's basically what you have here. You've got Mercer, where he switched allegiances from being a Cobra Viper to being a Joe, and then this is very reminiscent of the gear where Sergeant Slaughter in the WWF switched over from being like the epitome, like the picture of patriotism to the U.S., and, you know, a symbol of America, to being an Iraqi sympathizer in his heel turn. So I love that they paired these two figures together because I think their storylines warrant them being put together. I'm not sure if that's what Hasbro was thinking. Maybe it is. I don't know. I never saw the live reveal, the live stream when these figures were revealed. So I'm pretty sure that must have been what they were thinking. I'm not the smartest one in the room to figure that out. So I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. But I absolutely love it. I think that, you know, for all of the corners that Hasbro cuts, and for all of the things that Hasbro does, their Joe line is still their premier wave. Like, it's still their premier line. I think we get more value out of a G.I. Joe figure than we do, say, a Star Wars Black Series or even a Marvel Legends. And this kit is literally kitted out with everything. This set comes with so much stuff, and you're able to make so many different looks for Sarge. This is an awesome 2-pack, and I'm sad that I waited on, but I'm glad I finally have in my collection and I didn't let this one get away. So you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think about this 2-pack. Did you get it? Are you going to get it now? Did you pass on it? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to check out our podcast, Across the Toyverse, which is found wherever you download podcasts, and be sure to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the toy aisles in 2026.